Hi guys, Drew here, back with another video, and I hope you like this new mic. Maybe it sounds a little better than the mini mic itself, but we're not here to talk about the mic. We're here to talk about the junior and senior caps, as we've got a lot to talk about in today's video. Obviously the playoffs has been going on long. I haven't been uploading much Drew Talks Caps content as of late. If you haven't saw already, there's a pretty nice goal out on my YouTube channel, so make sure to head down to my shorts feed and it'll be in there, I am sure. Then we got the Clarenville Caribous CBS Mayhem that I may talk a little bit about in today's video. That's on my YouTube channel as well. A lot of views on that one. Thanks everybody for that. But we've got to talk about junior and senior caps as we haven't done much as of late. So let's get started. I know we are going to start with the junior caps. As I've said before, we've been doing them a lot to start out the video this season. And they've had themselves in pretty good hands. They sweep the Paradise Warriors in 3 games. A best-of-5 series, so the junior caps were able to take the advantage over Paradise and capitalize on their opportunities. So in Game 1, the Caps win 5-3. The goals in this game, Jordan Winter has a pair, as well as Zach Hocko, who scores a hat trick in this game. Hocko was probably the best player for the junior caps in that series. I'm going to be quite honest. I'm sure if there is a junior caps player watching this, there were a lot of really good players. Another few players that I wanted to name were Austin Bryan. He was a horse out there in Game 3. And then, of course, Andy Knight. And if you saw the clip, you know why I chose him. But yeah, Zach Hocko, it seems like his game is made for the playoffs, and he proved that in these 3 games this playoff series. As well as Winter played really well. He had 2 goals in the next game. But Jack Barrington had a meh game, made 25 saves and 893 save percentage. So the Caps are able to still get the W and move up the series 1-0. Then in Game 2, which is probably the most funnest game out of this entire series, they win 4-3 in OT. The goals in this game, Jordan Winter scores 2, Zach Hocko scores 1, and the OT winner, Andy Knight. And if you missed it somehow, if you're living under a rock, and I mean no offense if you are not, but you kind of missed a lot. Andy Knight, a Michigan OT winner. He just scooped it up like a biscuit and put it top cheese. And Andy Knight has been a really good player this season for the junior caps. I haven't really seen him do that, try to pull it off mid-game yet until the Game 2. And he was able to capitalize on it too. I know I've watched Mark Rumsey a lot this year for the senior caps, and he's tried to pull it off a couple times, has never been able to capitalize on it though. But yeah, so Andy Knight, OT winner. The guy's go insane in the locker room. Andy Knight, post-game interview with him. Make sure to go check that out if you haven't already. So the junior caps are up 2-0 over the Paradise Warriors, and now they put a stranglehold in this series, and they move into Game 3, and they win 3-1, which was so close to being 3-0, but didn't happen. Nolan Avery scored 2 goals in this game, as well as Luke Power, who scored 1 goal in this game. Scott Kirby made 22 saves. He had a 9.57 save percentage. Forgot to mention, in the game, Nathan Hurley played in that 4-3 OT win. He put up the exact same numbers as Barrington, 25 saves and 893 save percentage. So the junior caps have themselves in pretty good hands. They sweep the Paradise Warriors, who have yet to win a playoff game in the SJJHL. Maybe next season will come for them. But yeah, so the Caps move on to round 2, and it is undecided yet who they will be playing. But from what I've heard, it will be the lowest seed that will head into the next round. So right now, if the Avalon Celtics were to defeat the CBR Junior Renegades, the Celtics would play St. John's in the semifinals. But if that's not the case and the Renegades are able to win and beat Avalon, the winner of the Mount Pearl Southern Shore series will play the Junior Caps in the semifinals. So some teams that are out of it that won't play the Junior Caps are teams like CBN or CBR. CBS, you could call them as well. But yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what happens in these upcoming couple weekends until the semifinals happens, as the Caps try to chase their glory for the Taylor Cup. It'll be interesting to see what happens. Stay tuned. We'll have as much content as we can out here. But now we move on to the senior Caps. These guys have been unpredictingly been really good. I thought, and I know there were a few senior cast players that watched the video and they're like, Drew, you can't be predicting us to lose the Southern Shore. You're a Caps fan. But I looked at Southern Shore's roster and I just thought they looked a little bit better. But surely the senior Caps are proving me wrong, as currently they have themselves up 2-0 in the series of the Southern Shore Breakers as this video is being recorded. In game one, the Caps won 2-0. Matt McKim scored 2 goals in that game. The only goals that were scored in that one. Kyle Downer had the shutout, so a nice return from Downer. I said in last video it'll be a question mark if he plays or not. He did, and he got the shutout, and he's back, and he's better than ever. And then game two, I didn't go to either of these games, by the way, but in game two, from what I've heard and the clips I've saw, it was an insane game. The Caps win 5-4. The Shore blew a 2-goal lead in the last 5 minutes to give the Caps the win. The goals in this game, McKim scored again, Rumsey got one, and the hero in this one, Mike Cole. I commented on his game-winning goal. Goal and Cole, they rhyme. But the C in Cole stands for clutch, and that's exactly what happened in that last game for Mike. He scored a hat trick in that game, if you haven't heard already. So you got the one junior cap player scoring a hat trick this week, and one senior cap player putting up a hat trick this week. Not too bad at all. Kyle Downer in this game, he had a rough game, to be quite honest. Made 23 saves in 8.62 save percentage. My bad, he made 25 saves in 8.62 save percentage. The Caps definitely put a stranglehold on the Shore as they lead the series 2-0. Game 2 will be this Friday on February the 28th in Mobile, as the Southern Shore Breakers do have home ice advantage over the senior Caps. Game 1 was actually in Southern Shore. Game 2 was at the Mary Brown Center. So I want to talk a little bit about the Caribous and CBS Blues series. I did play for Game 1, and what a hectic moments of events in that game. If you don't know what happened, the full rundown is on my YouTube channel, The Wild Night in CBS, I believe it's called, something like that. Make sure to go check that out. It's one of the most viewed videos on my channel, actually. So definitely blew up for sure. But it was a wild game. Justin Pender got suspended for 2 games. Again. But the Caribous did tie the series in game 2. CBS was able to win their first game 5-1. Clarenville was able to win 3-2 in game 2. A lot of 2s in that as well. But yeah, as I said, Justin Pender got suspended for 2 games. And every single time, here's an interesting fact, every single time he's went to CBS this year, he's got himself suspended. Really? Like, actually? I don't think I've heard that stat in my 5 or 6 years of liking the sport, honestly. Justin Pender, man. There's people that hate him. There's people... he's kind of like Brad Marchand a little bit. If he's on your team, for example, the Clarenville Caribous, they adore him as a player. But if he's not on your favorite team, you absolutely hate the guy. I mean, from what I've heard, the guy's really nice off the ice. And just on the ice, he's a menace. And I mean, if that's how he wants to play, sure. But I mean, there's consideration that he may get himself kicked out of the league this summer. It'll be interesting to see what happens. He's 35, so he's close to retiring, I guess. But yeah, he's basically a ginger version of Santa Claus. That's what I call him, the ginger Santa Claus. So yeah, so Pender got suspended for 2 games. Adam Dott and Kevin Reed got kicked out in those games as well in game 1. It'll be interesting to see what happens in that series. Those games are coming up this weekend. That's it for today's video, guys. I had a lot to talk about in today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed the full video. If you did, you could like this video. You can subscribe if you really liked it. We're on the road to 300 subscribers, so if you can hit that subscribe button down below, we're about halfway there. Well, we're more than halfway there at this point. 254 subscribers at the moment of this recording. So if you can subscribe, it would mean a lot to me on my goal to hitting 300 subscribers by the end of 2025. I know it could happen, it may not. We'll have to wait and see what happens. Only time can tell. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will talk to you all again in the next video, where the junior caps will probably be playing and the senior caps may be thriving. Only time can tell what happens though, and I'll talk to you all again soon.